There's only one way to start an interview at the Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival with Charles Todd, director of Magic City. What's shaking, Charles? What's shaking?
What's up, my man? How you feeling? I feel good.
I'm good as well. So why Magic City? What made you want to say, I'm going to tell this story?
Yeah, for me, I like stories that challenge our expectation. I like stories that center on the Black experience. I like stories that obviously have a music angle. And I like stories that are entertaining, you know what I mean? And so I think for me, you take all those individual elements, you toss it together, and you have the makings of a thorough, interesting story, documentary, and Magic City is iconic. It's a cultural institution.
It is a cultural institution, and speaking of institutions, the Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival, it's in its 23rd year.
Wow.
How important is it for a creator of color as yourself to show a film here?
It's the most important. You know, I can't stress it enough. I think a lot of times as a creator, you think about, well, am I making this film for me, for the subject, for the audience? And then you start to come back to, well, I want to make films for people like me so they can feel good about themselves. And I think what's so nice about this festival is they celebrate these stories. You know, like this is the kind of story that isn't for everyone. And I think having a space here where we can have these complex conversations, it makes me feel at home. You know, Martha's Vineyard makes me feel at home. This festival makes me feel at home.
One of the underlying themes of the festival is joy, what sparks joy. You said that this story isn't for everyone, but what brings joy to you as a creator, as a filmmaker? What sparks joy in you?
Yeah, filmmaking is the easiest language for me to speak, where I can be the most honest with myself and with the subject in front of the camera. And I think what brings me the most joy is showing the most empowered, impassioned, brilliant version of the subject in front of the camera when they see themselves presented that way. Like that's, if I could do that for the rest of my life, make them feel good about themselves, then I'm doing just fine, you know? That's my joy.
And what would you say to a young filmmaker who will see this interview, who dreams of one day maybe sitting in this chair or a director's chair or coming to an African American film festival? What would you say to them, pieces of advice?
Yeah, your voice matters is first and foremost the most important thing. You have a voice, you have a perspective, it's unique. Trust yourself, find a good team around you, and believe. Right? You have to be a little delusional to enter such a crazy industry, but know that you're here for the right reason and that your story, your perspective deserves to be told as well.
Magic City director Charles Todd joining us here at the 23rd Annual Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.